Pip the penguin woke up with sand in his beak. This was strange, because penguins do not usually wake up with sand in their beaks. They usually wake up to snow, ice, and the occasional grumpy seal. But Pip was not on ice. He was in the middle of a blazing hot desert. The sun beat down like a giant heat lamp. Pip waddled in a slow circle. No icebergs, no ocean, no snow, he muttered in disbelief. All around him was an endless stretch of sand dunes and rugged rocks. Pip's first thought was that he'd somehow ended up in an exhibit at the zoo. Convinced that humans had placed him there for their amusement, he ruffled his feathers in indignation. But as the minutes passed and no barrier appeared, he realized he was truly on his own. The heat was unbearable for a creature adapted to the icy embrace of Antarctica. Pip paused to pant, wondering what to do next. Should he wander aimlessly across the desert? Dig for water? Call for help? Frustration mounting, Pip decided to head for the nearest dune, hoping for a better vantage point. Perhaps he could spot an oasis, a mirage, or even a fellow traveler. He traveled carefully up the hot sand, stopping occasionally to rest under the sparse shadows cast by the rocks. At last, Pip reached the top of a dune and gasped. Below him was the glistening promise of water. An oasis. Triumphantly sliding down the sand, Pip hurried toward its edge, visions of cooling relief dancing in his mind. But as he revered in this apparent salvation, Pip came face to face with a huge lizard, lounging lazily by the pool's edge. The lizard eyed Pip wearily, and Pip eyed the lizard with equal skepticism. "Where did you come from?" asked the lizard. "I could ask you the same question," replied Pip boldly, though the heat was sapping his courage. After a wary silence, the lizard introduced himself as Lulu, it seemed, had once been an exotic pet before escaping into the desert. Now he guided lost travelers like Pip to the scarce resources of the region. Lou offered Pip some coconuts filled with water. "You can stay here and drink as much as you need," he offered kindly. Grateful, Pip settled by the water, sipping slowly and gratefully. He knew he couldn't stay forever, but for now, he was safe. "How did I end up here?" Pip asked Lou. "I overheard some desert birds talking," Lou said. "Apparently, you were flown in through a storm and tossed here by strong winds." Pip nodded, though the explanation seemed surreal. But reality was often that way, full of unexpected twists and turns. "Once you've rested," said Lou, "I can help you find your way back. It'll be a long journey, but you're not alone." Pip felt a spark of hope. He was in the wrong place, but with the help of an unexpected friend, he might find his way home again. In the desert sands, among the curious creatures and mirages, Pip found the extraordinary possibility of friendship in the most unlikely of places. The sun beat down like a giant heat lamp. Pip waddled in a slow circle. No icebergs, no ocean, no snow, he muttered in disbelief. All around him was an endless stretch of sand dunes and rugged rocks.